Is two real entertainers of the sport, Zhao Xintong and Shaun Murphy. Just see the enjoyment Shaun has just walking out into the arena to Disco Inferno.
Yeah. Can you make sure that your earpieces aren't too loud, please?
Yeah, it's a big match, of course, to get to the semi-finals. One man already there. John Higgins, who enjoyed himself so much in the commentary box the other day, has come back for more, John.
Thanks for having me again, Dave. Yeah, I've got a big bag of popcorn here ready for this match. It's going to be a great match. Two of the most
very loud, ladies and gentlemen. Could you please make sure that your commentary is
two of the most attacking players we've got in the game, and two players that make this game look ridiculously easy when they're on top form. So, really looking forward to being in here with you, Dave, watching it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be an open game, and for that reason, actually the safety will need to be good, won't it? Because they're both such great long potters and scorers. Xintong's made 53 centuries this season, Shaun Murphy 49, so they're right up there in the top 5 for the season. Mark Selby on 60 at the top. As we know, Xintong probably should have been on his way home. Elliot Slessor 5-2 up. Xintong had the big fluke, and then he did play well after that. And it's worth saying as well, you know, he showed his bottle when it got close.
Great opening pot there for Shaun. Just wants to stay below the ball colours. Yep. Oops. Got a choice now between yellow and green. Very attacking Shaun. If he's, it looks as if he's going to play the green and maybe come down and get the red away from the black spot area. Yep. But he could have also took the yellow there, I think, now, and maybe tried to smash into the pack, but I'm going to try and pick them off first.
Well, he won this title 3 years ago when we were in Wolverhampton, and he played outstanding snooker. He made 11 centuries of the 23 in the tournament, and he had made the highest 5 breaks of the tournament, including a 1-4-5. And of course, then he went and won the Tour Championship as well.
Big shot. Hope they hit the pink. Oh no, he's going to try and... Surprised there. It looked as if it was perfect there to try and smash into the pack off the blue, but he's also on this red at the try and screw off the pack. He's going to run through. Sorry, it's
19.
Yeah, I think Stephen Hendry, if he's watching back in the green room, he'll be saying Shaun should have took the blue and smashed into the reds here, but we all do it differently. It just depends how you're feeling also. At the start of this match, maybe Shaun's want to try and
26.
Keep it nice and tight and get control of the game.
$27. 30.
I think it's going to be a little bit roles reversed this game. I think Shaun, against most of the other players on the tour, would be the aggressor. But I think in this match, I think Shaun might just be playing a little bit more defensively, knowing that Zhao could be obviously going for a lot,
Shaun Murphy.
which he done against
30.
he done against Elliott in the first match. Even though he was 4-2 behind, he was still going for his shots regardless of the score situation. And it was just Elliott just couldn't take advantage at the end to get over the line. But I don't think this young man will ever back away for any shots. So yeah, it could be roles reversed.
We can still hear the commentary, ladies and gentlemen. It's really loud, so if you could please, once again, make sure.
Well, we're talking as quietly as
I'm
we
being
can.
told it's from this area.
But there's
So
a few
please just make
earpieces,
sure
of course.
that it's not too
The
loud.
public can purchase the earpieces, and one or two maybe turn up a little. It'd be like whispering Ted Lowe if we speak any quieter. Yeah, because we're not privy to what Shaun discussed with Peter Ebdon beforehand, but I'm sure there were sort of team tactics in terms of how he was going to approach things. That wasn't in the plan though. So he's handed Zhao Xintong his first good chance here.
Yeah, and that's why I think Shaun, it must be so difficult, I think, because he is one of the best long potters in the game. He had a chance to there was a red just below the blue spot to try and pot it and screw down for the black, and it must be really difficult because he probably really fancies getting it, but as you say, maybe him and Peter have come up with a little game plan to just try and keep it a little bit tight. And sometimes you're out there, you can be second guessing yourself. That's why it's an incredibly difficult sport to be playing.
No.
All that said, I'm not sure Xintong necessarily has game plans other than just go out and play his natural, awesome game that we know he's well, just so brilliant at, as Stephen Hendry was saying before we started. I suspect he probably just treats every opponent the same
16.
way, concentrates on how he's playing.
Seventeen.
If he wins today, he'll be through actually to only a 7th ranking semi-final. But of course, what he's got is the titles, 4 of them, including the World and UK Championships. Recently won the World Grand Prix in Hong Kong in fine style.
$24. $25.
He struck that beautiful there.
30.
He seems to have got the pace of the table very quickly just now. So, yeah, and as you said, Dave, he's just got a lovely demeanour round about the table. Just walks at his own little pace, and then gets down and hits the ball superbly well.
31. $38.
Well, he's went 4 points in front, so 4 reds, 4 blacks. I'll leave Shaun Dean snooker, so after he pots this red, he'll be trying to go low on the black, so then it can leave him with the right angle to try and disrupt these 3 reds. Big shot. I think he'll be trying to hit the bottom red here, which will in turn release the red, maybe going towards the middle bag. No, I never get into that. He'll be disappointed there, Zhao.
46.
He's come round to have a look at this. He might be going short with an element of safety here into the bag 2. That's why he's such a dangerous player. Shaun would have been sitting there thinking, right, he'll be playing a safety shot here, at least he'll be getting back to the table, but he can just pull off some superb recovery shots, this young man.
51.
Yeah, he makes pressure shots not look like pressure shots. He just sort of floats them in.
52.
Even that shot, Dave, people back home might think that was
15.
That was an easy shot. The way he's controlled that, the way he just nipped into the white to get enough action on it to leave him on this red. That was a beautiful shot,
60.
Absolutely beautiful. And now he's got the perfect angle on the black here to try and move the red off the side cushion. Big shot, biggest shot of the frame. Oh, round the back.
67. Zhao Xintong, 67.
Well, he's disappointed, firstly, not to bring the red out, and secondly, wasn't the greatest safety either. And of course, okay, he's 33 in front, but everything's on. So this first frame very much in the balance.
Well, he's unlucky and he's lucky at the same time there. As he snookered. Is there just a little side of the red that he can touch and not? Good shot. That is where Shaun has really improved his tactical side of the game. Although it might not really be up there with the likes of your Mark Selby and your Mark Allens, but he really has improved in it. I think obviously him and Peter must do a lot of work, and it's he's very accomplished at that side of the game now.
Yeah, and the thing about Peter Ebdon, as you'll know, obviously, having played him many times, he was all in, wasn't he? You know, there's no half measures with Peter. If you're going to commit to something, you've really got to commit. And Shaun was talking about that, and the work rate he feels has increased as a result of their relationship.
Yeah, and I think it's a great partnership the two of them have got. I think he's openly admitted that he likes to come off after matches, and if he's not played well, what a shot! I didn't think that was on there, Dave. I thought he couldn't get to the potting angle, but what a shot that is!
Yeah, whatever the plan was from the Murphy camp for frame one, it's not worked. Having said that, he's missed that brown, so there's just a slight window here. He needs 2 snookers, but had the brown gone in, it was frame over for sure.
Two.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, but was Shaun one of the advocates to ban snookers, was it?
Yeah. Well, he felt, he wastes time playing for snookers, but it doesn't seem to apply when he needs them.
Five.
And it can happen. I mean, Zhao Xintong played Chris Wakelin out in Hong Kong, and Chris needed 5 in the decider. He got it down to needing 1. And this is pretty handy.
Lovely shot. Lovely shot. Yeah, I watched that match, Dave, out in Hong Kong, and I was thinking, what is Chris doing? Like, he's got five snookers to get against the world champion, but it goes to show you how confident he is in his own ability, Chris. And even when I played him yesterday, there's one. Even when I played him yesterday, he only needed one against me, and I was on tender hooks because I know how good he is in the snookering department. But listen, Shaun's got one back here. He only needs one more.
Yeah, and this is why, the brown Xintong missed, he did seem to take it a little bit casually, and this is why you've got to focus even when the frame looks like it's done, because things can turn.
But how many of us do that, Dave? We're all guilty of doing the same thing. We get to potting the frame ball, and then it's as if the concentration just falters a little bit, and then before you know it, you're embroiled in another 20 minutes onto a frame.
Yeah, I remember Ronnie O'Sullivan during the lockdown. He got into this habit of playing on for snookers even when he needed like 10. In fact, at one point he tried to play on with just a black on, but the referee had to tell him, there's nothing to snooker behind.
Great shot from the world champion there. know if Shaun can come off the right. No, it doesn't look as if he can come off the right side cushion, so 2 cushions. Hit the brown on the way back here. I won't be happy with that. That wasn't a good effort at all for Shaun there, so.
So surely if this goes in, that should be that for this frame. Made a very solid 67 earlier.
No.
Doesn't miss though. Stephen Allworth was telling me he was in the practice room and Zhao Xintong came in earlier. First shot he played, he put the cue ball on the baulk cushion and knocked in a long red. And as Stephen said, most players, it would take you like 2 hours before you attempted that. But that's just what he's like. He knows he's good. We all know he's good, including Shaun Murphy, who had the early chance in that frame, but it's gone. Apparently, well, we've been told it's actually rain. That's outside on the roof. Coming down pretty hard by the sounds of things.
Even just that at the start of the frame with Shaun asking that it can sometimes be you're maybe not concentrating, because if you're really zoned in, you wouldn't have heard the rain, and it's when you're zoned in you wouldn't hear the earpieces. So it's just maybe Shaun's taking a little while to settle down in this match. You know, it's a big match. He knows he's probably going to have to play well to beat the world champion. He's maybe looking to maybe his concentration a little bit better.
Foul. You miss Zhao Xintong.
Well, this could be a big mistake. He's so short, he's left the red to middle.
One. Eight. Nine.
Don't think he'll want to screw into these. I think he'll be trying to just the little gap between the wing red at the right, try to just stun into it. He's unlucky there. He probably didn't expect to get any bite on the white. He probably
16.
just tried to just stun into them and just stun into the middle of the table there, and he's desperately unlucky there. I think he hit that perfect as well.
Yeah, I mean, they split beautifully, but it's about the cue ball.
Zhao Xintong, 60.
It's a good return with Shaun there. See the Shaun a lot of trouble here. I don't really see an easy safety. I don't know if this red, you can play off it thin to come down on and rest in the top cushion here. Played a little bit thicker. Yeah, good return. Yeah, very good.
I don't think we ever really talk about his safety game, but clearly, he's got a lot of knowledge in that area as well. It's just that we concentrate so much on the more attacking side of his game because it's just so great to watch.
And what I found when I played him in Hong Kong just a couple of weeks ago, it's a little bit like Judd. I think it's his weight of safety, it's his weight of return. I think he must have been doing a lot of work because it's trying to get the white as tight to the top cushion as you can possibly get it, and that's what he's probably been doing, trying to copy parts of the top players of world number one. Because if you can get your opponent tight to that top cushion, it can make all the difference in this game.
Yeah, the previous match with Alex Lesser, safety was at 80%. There's ref cam, courtesy of Kevin Dabrowski, wearing the camera today. Well, that red's pretty safe, it's in, but again, not fortunate really with how it's finished. He's in no man's land.
And this is this little curious shot where if it was anywhere else in the table, you might feel confident to maybe try to get behind the yellow or the green, but with that being the bulk slate been there, sometimes you can try and play this shot slowly and it can roll off. And let's just see what happens here.
Zhao Xintong, what?
Yeah, he won't be happy there. I think Shaun could have a chance of nipping this back into the middle bag. Yeah, I don't think so. That's a mistake.
What?
Yeah, he may have played it a little harder for the exact reason you mentioned, the joint between the slates, but it's not worked. So Murphy, of course, with Zhao Xintong having already opened the reds, a chance to get going in frame two. He needs one more century to make 50 this season. He had that real purple patch in the early season. He obviously won the British Open. He went to Xi'an for the Grand Prix there. Played outstandingly well, but in the final was well beaten by Mark Williams. But hoping now he's can have another purple patch because he's just been in the German Masters final where Judd Trump beat him.
That was a beautiful stroke on the last red there. Just get top side of the blue. Now he just wants...
12.
Oh, he's not played that great. I think he's maybe going to have to screw off two cushions back out for the black.
13.
These are little testers so early in the match. Yeah, played it beautifully. Well, saying that, he
20.
could have maybe played it with a little bit more pace, but that's where Shaun's technique is tremendous. They stayed down so still, cue straight through. Perfect.
$28. $29.
Well, looks like he's not on the black. Cue ball just hasn't come far enough. Just taking a moment to kind of compose himself there. You can see clearly not on it. Just wiping his eyes here.
Blue ball.
Well, blue it is. Brilliant.
That's your hours and hours and hours of practice.
33.
Coming down to the big shots, knowing that if you miss it, could have been every chance you could have been going 2-0 behind, but such a confident shot. And he's back in prime position now here again.
Yeah, it's not just the difficulty of the shot, it's also the fact you shouldn't be playing it. You should be on the black anyway. That's all in the past.
$42. $43.
Again, he's really got into the cue ball there. Shaun got that beautiful split earlier, but didn't get a good cue ball.
48.
Had he been on one, I'm sure the frame would have been over by now. It would have been 2-0.
$49. $53.
I don't know if he's straight here. This could be a little bit tricky. If he's got an angle, no, he's okay.
54.
So green, and if he can screw down for the red closest to black, red, black, Xintong will lead Snookers in this second frame. Yeah, he's not getting to that again, I don't know.
58.
I think he's really nipped into a few early on there in that break, so he's maybe thinking, I'll just take a little bit off this shot here, and he's just not getting to it enough. I don't know what happened there, but he's as we all know, he's vying with Kyron Wilson as being the best rest player in the sport. Yeah, he hit that a little bit into the thick side of the pocket. Don't know if there's a little detection of a kick.
Well, he's still the woods here because, as you say, he needs the black as well.
Positional success, please.
Yeah, there you see positional success down at 71% for a player whose cue ball is usually immaculate. So can he knock this in to leave his opponent needing a snooker? Yes, he can. It's only one needed, but that was still a good pot.
66.
Yeah, and he'll be trying to get this red away from the pink as quickly as possible, because this could be... That's in a good position for a snooker for Xintong, so he'll be trying to go behind the green here.
Shaun Murphy.
Yeah, good shot.
66.
That'll make Shaun feel a lot better. He hit a lot of good balls there, a lot of nice strikes. That'll settle him down, I'm sure. Yeah, tricky little position Shaun's found himself in here. All. That could have been disaster there, but so 45. Don't know
What?
if Xintong will like to maybe pop black, and then he can afford a pink as well, another black or pink, and then try and attack the colour maybe from the yellow to behind the green.
8. Zhao Xintong, 8.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised. He didn't obviously try and put the red and the black, because he will need a high value colour off this last red to leave himself only needing one snooker. So I was a little bit surprised, but everybody does it differently.
He's come close to getting a couple of good snookers behind the black, but this is not one. Another good effort.
One.
Yeah, nicely done. So, Murphy's frame.
Black ball.
Yeah, I think Xintong missed a trick earlier on there. I think if I was in this position, I would have been taking the two
Shaun
reds and
Murphy,
two
one in the front.
high value colours.
He played at the UK Championship last season. Of course, Xintong had just come back then. He was still an amateur. But got through the qualifying, having been invited in. Murphy beat him 6-5 last meeting in Riyadh at the what's known as the Golden Ball tournament, the Riyadh Season Championship. Xintong won that 4-2 early this season. Just while we watch this, John, obviously you've got Judd again tomorrow. I mean, so many matches with him. You're looking forward to that, of course.
Yeah, always, Dave. And it was on in the background last night. I was following my favourite football team. Been humbled in Europe, so it was on in the background, and it was just a fantastic game. I mean, those two guys have had so many great matches in the last 3 or 4 years. And Judd just does what he does. He played to an incredibly high standard. Mark Williams, 97% pot success and lost 6-3. So, but yeah, can't wait to play him play the world number one in a big semi-final, a big tournament. So it's yeah, just can't wait for tomorrow to come round, and let's see how I can go against
Green.
Judd again.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to it as well. I'll be on air from 12:30 tomorrow as Shaun Murphy is in first here.
4.
I guess for you as well, obviously you wouldn't win the tournament, but the Tour Championship as well, you know, you got the chance to get in that now, so that'll be another tournament to look forward to, having won it last year particularly.
Yeah, it would obviously, it would be really good to try and get into that. I know I've still got this event to try and play in, and then we've got the Welsh Open and the World Open out in China in the middle of March. But yeah, if I don't get in it, I don't get in it. It won't be for the want of trying. I'll be trying my hardest to make it into the 12-man event. It's a great event there at Manchester, great venue, great city, and I would love to get back and try and defend the title, but we'll wait and see.
No such problems for Shaun Murphy's third on the one-year ranking list. Shows how consistent he's been this season.
Eighteen. Nineteen. 26.
Yeah, I think Shaun will be looking
27.
to pot this black and then try and be low on the bottom red, so you could then possibly pot that and screw out from the pack back onto the black again. He's played it perfect.
34.
You can either run through or screw off, so just whatever you feel comfortable doing here. Yeah, he's played that well.
35.
Yeah, like all the modern players he's been playing since such a young age, Shaun Murphy. And not just knocking the balls around either. He'd been in all the junior events at Willie Thorne's in Leicester and the various other areas of the country that hosted so many
42.
great events for youngsters coming through, where they were learning about winning and losing. And also, through his father, he got invited into the old Matchroom League, didn't he, as a teenager? He'd have the
44.
waistcoat on, he'd be there playing the likes of Stephen Hendry and Ronnie O'Sullivan, Jimmy White, very proudly turning up with his cue. He looked every inch the professional player then. He was only like 13. And now here he is, one of the modern greats of the game.
Yeah, without doubt, Dave, one of our best ambassadors for our sport. Always carries himself very, very well wherever he goes in the world. So we're lucky to have him.
Yeah, just say he didn't play in the actual Matchroom League, but he played some exhibition rounds beforehand, so he got a taste of what it was like to be around the top players in the big arenas. Well, that's a collector's item, I think, missing that with the rest. When he won the Masters last year, the whole tournament, he didn't miss a single pot with the rest. It was something like 53 out of 53.
And I don't know if we'll be able to get a shot of Shaun's cue, but I believe he is one of the only players that hasn't got the screw-in extensions at the bottom of his cue. I think he's just obviously really that confident using the rest. I know I've got a few little contraptions that I can add onto my cue to give me a little bit more length on it, but Shaun, I think, is one of the only ones It hasn't been down that road yet.
What he's always been. He's a great long potter. We've seen it again there.
Brown.
Two very confidently played shots there. The long red and then the split from the brown. And that shows a certain attitude because it came after the unexpected miss. He was ready immediately when the next chance came.
Six.
Yeah, I remember the first time he played at the Crucible, he was only 18, and Stephen Hendry beat him in the first round. And afterwards, in the press conference, he spoke like he does now, like a seasoned pro. And he was talking about his legacy in the game. You know, he's only 18, and you can imagine the journalists, they're all sat thinking, OK, yeah, well, we'll see. Well, it wasn't too long after that he won it as a qualifier.
12.
Yeah, and he beat me along the way. I think that season in 2005, I had a very good record against Shaun, and I think I played him I think it was in the last 16. Yeah, and he played absolutely tremendous snooker. He just,
90.
if he could see a ball, he went for it, and he got most of them what he went for. So he was devastating that whole
20.
That whole 17 days at Sheffield.
Yeah, and as he pointed out, of course, it was his first big title. It's almost, well, what happens now? You know, to win the World Championship as your first big title. Took some adjusting to. He's been in 3 finals since, but yet
20.
to win it again.
28.
Anyway, this frame is well and truly won. And I get the feeling that sort of early approach in frame 1 is now in the distance. He's playing his natural game, attacking. Xintong has left in the odd
35.
chance as well, which has contributed.
But it does go to show you,
36.
Dave, sometimes just that little bit of rub of the green. Where if Zhao, when he split into the pack beautifully in the second frame, if he got on a red there, if he stayed in the middle of the table, he'd have been 2-0 in front. But now he's looking like 2-1 behind here in a big 4th frame
42.
before the mid-session interval.
Yeah, one thing
43.
Murphy can certainly do, because his confidence is high anyway, but if he's playing well, it gets even higher. He can just completely take a grip on the match. We saw that against Shang Anda in the first round.
$49. 50. 57. 59.
He struck that absolutely beautiful there. Yeah, I don't think you actually realise how good some of these guys hit the ball. It's only when you're actually out on the table competing against them.
62.
They can just hit the ball so sweetly, and it's actually enjoyable to be sitting in another chair sometime.
66. 71. 77.
So he did miss that red with the rest, but got in almost. Reminder, the winner plays the winner of our final quarter-final tonight, Mark Selby and Mark Allen, will be on air at 6:30 with the build-up. Well, the safety stats for now favouring Shaun Murphy.
It's touching ball.
Good return there, Zhao. Don't know if Shaun will just be pushing this red in the extreme left hand side up and down the table and leave his white on the bottom cushion, but it's could be a little bit dangerous if you don't get the white tight to this top cushion. They could be leaving Zhao a chance with the red below the black, but yeah, because I don't think he's taking this on. Yeah, he's played it well.
Best of 11. It's obviously quite a long match, but the early frames can be very important. I thought yesterday Chris Wakelin might have been a bit disappointed. He wasn't ahead against you at the interval. A couple of close frames that you won, and then in the end it did kind of make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. I think, yeah, I agree with you there. I think Chris probably deserved to be 3-1 in front. But as you say, you can certainly lose a match in the first 4 frames. You can't win it, so I know I wasn't playing near the top of my game, but I was happy I was in it 2-all, and then I could regroup a little bit, and then I felt as if I came out and I played a little bit better after the interval, which was very pleasing. Oh, that was a lovely little kiss there. If he'd have kissed the brown full ball there, he'd left Shaun a very gettable long red there into bag 1, but now he's in a little bit of spot of bother here, Shaun, trying to find a path back up to the bulk end. Very good. Very good, because if he didn't get the white near the top cushion, he would have been leaving. The same red, a very gettable long red, but fraught with danger now if Zhao takes this long red on.
One.
Fantastic pot, because he knew he was running into traffic there, but he's so confident that his potting ability that he played it as if it was just a walk in the park a little bit there. So yeah, great long red, but is he going to take this long blue on? This would be, what a shot this would be. But yeah, I think this is a shot clip of the pink of two cushions up behind the green and put the pressure back onto Shaun.
Zhao Xintong, 1.
Yeah, very good shot.
Foul. And miss. Zhao Xintong, 4.
It's funny, Dave, that this shot that Shaun he'll be put back into play, I'm sure, by Xintong, because it's not a free ball. How I try and play these shots, I've always played them. It was actually my big brother that got me to play them when I was very, very young. That was to play to miss the red. Don't even try to clip the thin red. It was just he gave me a little tip just to say, just play to miss the red. And there's every chance you might get a thin nick of it. So I've kept that through my whole career for about 40 years. And that's how I would play this shot. I wouldn't even think to play the thin red. It would just be play to miss it.
Having a look.
And hopefully you can get it.
Pretty sure what the result is.
I don't know if that would be a little tip for any amateurs out there that are watching.
Foul. And a miss. Zhao Xintong, 4. Free ball. From here.
Well, Xintong putting him in from where it's come to rest, because there's no clear shot at a red, so hoping to be left something.
Foul. And a miss. Zhao Xintong, 4. Xintong.
Yeah, I think the way Shaun played that first shot, but I would try it a second time. Just maybe play up a little bit higher up in the side cushion, and because I think it's a good way he could come down and try and clip. If he doesn't clip the first red. Oh, very good. Very good. I've never seen that shot, Shaun. I didn't think he had the angle there. I thought the pink was in the way of him playing that shot, but he's worked out very well. That was a great return by Shaun. sometimes when you're hampered by the brown here, it can be just as good as a snooker, because it's going to be so difficult to get parallel for your cueing here, so you know where you're going to be aiming for. So this is fraught with danger. Yeah, this is going to be a difficult shot for Shaun to negotiate here.
Yeah, Zhao Xintong getting a lot of points in this frame. 16 foul points already.
Could you have a look for me, Shaun, please? Julian, could you bring it up?
Yes. Just slightly towards me. Just a bit more. And just a touch more.
Towards you?
Towards me. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it keeps rolling back. That's why.
it looks good from here.
Shaun?
Well, we got a very intimate view of things there, didn't we? Murphy had said actually he thought it was nearer the brown, which was making it harder. But anyway, there, it's back where it should be. Oh, he's caught a lot of the red. Doesn't look though like he's left him in here.
Yeah, he's been very lucky there, Shaun. He was in a world of trouble there, but yeah, a little bit of luck there for Shaun.
Yeah, big thanks to the refs for wearing that camera, because you get to see you. We don't normally see that view from the bulk end, do we? There you can see Kevin Dabrowski with it, camera on. That's his view. Well, again, he's caught that thick, but he kind of didn't leave a sitter.
A long way off there from Zhao. He's not got away with it. He's left Shaun this easy opening, so yeah, a little bit worrying times here for Zhao. He's not had much to go at in the last couple of frames. Shaun's steadily taking control of the whole match here.
What?
Yeah, and he's just getting that little bit of running as well, isn't he? You know, the odd mistake, he's not been leaving Xintong in. It's all part of it.
Full.
Seems pretty tight for this red.
Oh.
think he'll be trying to screw out here for the pink. I don't think the black goes back into that. Obviously it doesn't go back in, but I think he just underhit it a little bit there. I think he was hoping to bounce a little bit higher so he could pot the red into back. He's going to try and nestle the black out a little touch.
Good set.
Very good shot. Very good shot. That could have went wrong there, but a lovely touch.
Twenty. $20.
That was a lovely shot as well, the way they brought that back in prime position for this black. So the red at the left of the black, this is the shot he's playing on. Good shot. If he gets rid of this red here, then black
20
goes in both bottom pockets, and it looks as if this could be 3-1 incoming. Oh wow. Wow. Didn't see that coming,
Shaun
Dave.
Murphy, 28.
No, completely from nowhere. I was just thinking how confident he was looking, actually, and how he was starting to take control, and then out of nowhere.
One.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Stayed down. Arrow straight. Now he's got the chance to. Oh, he's lost the white a little touch there, but now he's got the chance.
8.
If he keeps the white under control here, screw back up for the pink.
Nine.
But he's not. He's not getting through the white as we know he normally does. Hit that nice. Now a good solid shot here. Getting back on the black, and then he can attack these five reds just above the black.
60.
Don't know if he's came too straight, but yeah, everything's just a little bit. Everything's just a little bit difficult. He's nothing's coming easy to Zhao here. Looks as if he'll have to screw back up for the blue here. He's dead. He's bolt straight. Good shot.
24.
Very good. Very good. But it's still not plain sailing. He's really wanting to get on this red below the pink. Or is he going to try and go into the five reds here? Yeah, he's played that nice. Played that nice.
29.
I think he'll pot this red, get top side in the blue, And then the two reds directly below the pink will go in back into bag 1.
30.
Yeah, he's negotiated these well.
$30. 36.
With him potting this red closest to the
46.
black, you'll then leave the two other reds into the opposite
43.
corner pocket. Yeah, he's played it nice. 2-2 incoming, Dave.
Yeah, and Murphy will surely be disappointed it's not 3-1. He just catches that one. Well, he's still on it. Yeah, because he had the chance for 3-1. That's why he missed the red to this pocket when he was starting to look really good. And now, just this black
50.
required. And Murphy will need a snooker. He's just checking the scores. Still a long way to go, but it's set up nicely for the audience if he pots this. Just make sure of this though now, because we've had a couple of frames where there's been playing on for a snooker or two.
15.
I think he's done well as world champion. There's always more pressure on you, more expectation. He's won 2 titles. The most anyone's won is 3. Mark Selby this season. There's been a few tournaments where he's lost early, but that's been true for most of the top players.
65.
In general, the signs are good. A couple of months out from Sheffield. He's the only player right now who knows when he'll be playing. He'll be playing on the opening morning, April the 18th, 10 AM, as all defending champions do. With the Crucible curse hanging over him. That could all wait until April. Right now, he's made the key break there of 66. So
perfectly poised here in the third quarter-final at the Players' Championship. Zhao Xintong and Shaun Murphy, nothing to separate them in that first mini-session. Who will make their move? It's been a pretty open scoring affair so far, as you'd expect from two fabulous scorers. Break of at least 60 in every frame. I suppose Shaun Murphy may feel that that previous one just before the interval may have gotten away, was nicely in. Mr. Red to the right corner pocket when really had the balls at his mercy. But 2 each, still a long way to go. 6 the target.
Yeah, I think it's been a terrific match so far. Shaun, obviously, that last frame before they went to the interval, will be disappointed missing that red across underneath the black spot there, but both players settled in, and it has the feel of going very close this afternoon, doesn't it?
Yeah, Shaun Murphy does lead the head-to-head 5-2, but the most recent meeting went the way of the world champion. But it does have a different feel about this meeting. Zhao Xintong in fine form. Of course, he won the first of the Players' Series events this season. The World Grand Prix a few weeks ago in Hong Kong. As Shaun is just taking a second to...
I don't think it's a seat, to be honest.
I think he can hear a little bit of a noise from somewhere. One thing that has been noticeable today, Alan, and John mentioned it in the first session, he's been quite distracted by a few things, Shaun Murphy, out there. Maybe a sign that he perhaps isn't as focused as you would want to be.
Martin, could you let somebody know that we have... Thank you.
Oh, sensational long red. And the world champion, how's his cue ball?
One.
Well, he's got something to work with.
Five. Six. Thirty. $14.
Yeah, that's a smart cannon
21.
from Xintong. So I think the match as well was going to and fro
22.
all afternoon. You know, Shaun would be disappointed, as I said, not being 3-1 to the good. So there's going to be ebb and flow.
And so is often the case between
20.
two top players. It's the balls that you're expected to pot. Those ones, if you do miss, that can make the biggest difference. So getting the basics right today is imperative. We know they're going to score when they get in. Mention again that red that Shaun missed in the previous frame. Had that have dropped, surely he would hold a comfortable advantage in this game.
38.
But it is also noticeable that Zhao Xintong is looking a lot sharper today. Should count himself a very lucky boy to have come through that opening round tie against Elliot Slessor. The snooker gods were certainly on his
40.
side that evening. But it's much more in his hands today.
46. $53. 54. 61. 62.
'So this red ball
69.
is frame ball. And then Zhao can look to get about making the century break. Great start.
Set.
Back from the interval, looking to hit the ground running. Couldn't have hoped for a better start to this final session in this game.
$77. 78. 85. 86. 91.
Well, an unorthodox way of using the rest on top of the cushion. And perfectly played.
92.
'Well, he's made 53 century breaks already this season.
99.
This red to add another to that tally. Well played.
100. $107.
Still a possible 1-4-2 on as well. Mark Williams currently holds the high break. Last night making a 1-4-1.
108.
£10,000 available for the highest break made this week. What a start, Alan.
115.
Yeah, exactly what you want coming out from the interval. I think I'm right in saying he
170.
actually pinched the high break from Xiang'an, didn't he, in the final out there in Hong Kong to nick a couple of bob off his pal. Looks like the same's going to happen.
124. 129. 135.
So the perfect start to the resumption of this game, this black for the new tournament high break. And a 142 total clearance from the world.
Sure.
Just spotted a little something on the cue ball here, so having referee Kevin Dabrowski just remove that from sight. Here's the POV from the other end of the table. We don't often get to see that view as Zhao Xintong lines up this long red.
One.
And safely dispatched. I feel that's a shot when Zhao Xintong is stood behind it. You almost come to expect him to knock that one in. You're more surprised if it doesn't find its target. And looking to get amongst business straight away here.
6. So. Forty.
He'll consider himself unfortunate not to be on a red, but playing that shot, the top players like to get the cue ball releasing to the left, and it's stuck. So I guess you could say he's unfortunate. It was a well played shot, but you've got to get that cue ball out of there. But that's extraordinary. I mean, there was nothing in a positional sense about the shot that was going to come to fruition, but what a pot. Surely he's not taking the blue on. Shay.
Wow. And this is the difference, isn't it, Al?
20.
Absolutely fearless. And the vision as well, to even see the little thin cutback red to middle. As you say, there didn't seem to be much value in playing it, but he's an extraordinary potter, this boy, and can dig himself out of so much trouble. 2 sublime pots there from the world champion.
Twenty-one. 26. 27.
Myself and David Hendon at the start of this event tried to dive into some of the figures from right at the start of this season to the present day, looking particularly at the scoring side of the game from the players.
35.
I've dug out a stat that really does underline just how well both these players have scored this season. The 241 frames that Zhao Xintong has won, he's made 111 70-plus breaks. That's an average of 1 every 2.17 frames, and Shaun Murphy has the exact same average of the 2 to 8 frames he's won this season. He's made 105 70-plus breaks, so that really does tell the level that these boys are playing at. Clinical snooker.
Yeah, this plant isn't a terrible option because he'll get a decent cue ball. Well played. And that's as good as you would hope to be on the yellow. I know one thing, if his cue ball ever gets as good as Ding's has been down the years, then everyone's in trouble. I mean, they already are in a lot of ways, but gee, if his cue ball gets that tight, then he'll win plenty.
Yeah, and you look at what he's already done, Alan. This is only his 11th career ranking quarter-final. Should he win this match, it'd be into his 7th ranking semi-final. So they're quite small numbers for somebody that's won the UK Championship and the World Championship. Just the Masters away from completing the Triple Crown.
$57. 58.
So there you see this frame has been going, what, 7.5 minutes, and already we've arrived at frame ball.
65. 66.
It's just been sheer will to keep this break going, hasn't it? Right from shot one, he's been out of position a number of times, but refuses to lie down.
73.
An extraordinary potter, he really is.
70.
And it feels like he's slowly starting to go through the gears in this match now.
$79. 80. 87. 88. 95.
Oh, what a shame. No second century break, but a break of 95 to follow up from the 142. Shaun Murphy has been completely frozen out since the interval. He's had nothing to go at. Creeping closer to 30 minutes since his last pot. This is what the top players can do. They can freeze one another out for long periods of time. Shaun will know that. He's done it to many others in his time.
It's a good shot by Shaun, but it's worth noting that everyone, to a player, terrified of pushing reds into the open against Xintong.
Yeah, and of course the conditions nowadays are so reactive. The balls, they move so easily. That is the danger. You see players opt for that thin edge safety shot more and more recently. Well, he was searching for the thin edge, but not that thin.
Oh, a miss. Zhao Xintong 4.
And this is also where the work will show that's been done off the table with his coach, Peter Ebden. In times of adversity out there in the arena, to have that steel, that grit and determination to still believe that you can win this game, even though you're behind. It's amazing how many safety shots have been played in this little exchange, and very little has happened to the pack of reds. You can see still fairly tightly packed.
That's unlucky. All right, he might get cover, but to leave the red over the corner, really unfortunate. He would have had in the back of his mind that the plant was on. Yeah, it's unfortunate. No problem with the pot, but he obviously is looking for a thin contact, which then makes the pot itself actually missable. And it's one of those, I think, you just got to make sure you get thick contact.
Oh,
That's okay.
Shaun Murphy 4.
You know, he wasn't going to be on anything anyway, so it makes little difference going in off. Unless this red, which does pass the right corner, can Shaun find one? Good effort.
Well, it was quite an inviting target in behind that brown, got very close to finding it.
Not that often down the years that you would say that Shaun would be satisfied to take the sting out of a match temporarily, but I think he'll be quite satisfied that they're engaged in this safety battle at the just at the minute.
But Zhao Xintong's tactical game is improving all the time as well. Noticed on a few occasions today, he's really finding his lines, and not just that, getting good cue ball underneath the baulk cushion. Makes return for his opponent incredibly tough. There's a safety success, 88%, that's good. That's very good. Because we know he's going to create chances off his own accord. His long game is, well, ridiculous, really. If you can mix it with the best in the world in the tactical exchanges as well. It's quite a daunting prospect for everyone else.
What an effort, but what a cue ball as well. To get the spin on that and get the cue ball in baulk, that was outstanding.
He's an incredible ball striker. Creates a tremendous amount of cue speed very effortlessly. As he finds another long red.
One.
Missed a trick there. He
Zhao
should have
Xintong,
gone the right
what?
side cushion. 2 cushions, just feather onto the brown. Was dead easy. And he would have been guaranteed the snooker. Lovely shot, exactly as played.
Well, it may not come to much if Zhao Xintong can just nestle up to these 2 reds, but good touch.
It's touching ball.
Perhaps Zhao Xintong just shown a little inexperience in the ring craft department, Alan, with his previous safety shot on the yellow. As you say, the 2 cushion route to the brown looked the obvious way.
Sure.
And touching ball, Shaun may go close to getting him in trouble once again. Can play away from these reds.
Foul. Zhao Xintong full.
Well, he might have a red, the one nearest bulk. Might be able to play it from the green spot if he can get a path back up table. That's what he's trying to calculate. Actually looking to see if the red goes direct to the other corner. If it does, then it's a nice shot to have to play this. The cue ball's going to go very close to green-brown.
Foul. I miss. Zhao Xintong. From there.
Well, it was almost a risky decision, that, for the world champion to let Shaun Murphy play from where the cue ball came to rest. Very nearly got in behind that green and brown, which would have spelled trouble. must say, I think Shaun's doing an excellent job here of taking the sting out of this match momentarily. From his perspective, things couldn't continue as they were. He's lost the last 3 frames. Breaks of 66, 142, 95 from his opponent. Starting to build momentum. Had to change things up. But he might not be pleased with that one.
One. Set.
Yeah, I've been impressed with the safety as well, and you know, I sometimes get on the case of players, try to improve their safety game, but it's not like I want to, get them to become a safety type of player. All Xintong needs to be is functional with his safe. That's all, and he's been that today. Keep the, get the basics right, get the cue ball and deep ball, pick and choose your shots. It's quite straightforward. Tactically, he will improve as his career develops.
Miss Zhao Xintong set.
It's more about discipline with the safety. It's, you don't have to be that creative with it. Just be sensible and pay attention to it.
Yeah, and of course, you associate the modern game now with heavy scoring because the players are so good, they don't miss that many when they get in. But as you say, getting the basics right can often create good opportunities.
It looks fine, doesn't it, the black?
No, yeah, the black's good. Yeah. That's right. So a ball and quarter ball more. A little bit more, just a touch more.
Sure.
Yeah, that's good.
Four. Miss Zhao Xintong set. Again, please, Julian.
Well, Shaun clearly feels that cue ball didn't travel along the expected course to the Reds. So it must have just deviated a touch. And what was looking a pretty routine escape, he's given away 14 points from this shot.
Yeah, just a touch more that way, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Cue ball, three-quarter ball towards me. Yeah, and again, towards me, quarter. And then a quarter towards you. And a touch more towards you. Just a touch more. Touch more, Kevin, towards you. Yeah, that looks good. Okay.
Well, he may have left a red here to right corner. Is there a gap through the main bunch? Shaun Murphy's concern as he headed back to his seat. And there you see there is a red available, so what a mistake.
One.
It's funny, isn't it, that when Shaun plays it the third time, he would have set the cue ball just right of the path, just fractionally, than he played it the first twice, and that's a different piece of cloth that he's dealing with. And of course, what happens, if anything, well, it stayed in a straight line, or if anything, it drifted right at that time. Unfortunate, but there was not really anything that Shaun could do about it. You've got to trust the table.
Yeah, he's effectively on the third attempt played for the drift, hasn't he? And it's found him out.
8.
But that, of course, will be compounded now because this is looking like a much nicer table for Zhao Xintong. Already nicely in front because of all the penalty points given away in this frame. Of course, we saw an incredible frame last night between Judd Trump and Mark Williams. So many fouls in that frame. Judd found himself 90 points in front with still 91 available.
15.
Quite extraordinary.
$21. 22. 28. 20.
Well, that's quite a concerning stat for all Shaun Murphy fans. Murphy's 4 points came from a foul, so it's 300 to none since the interval in terms of points scored. He's been completely frozen out of this match. And we are always searching for moments that turn games on its head, and the missed red from Shaun in the fourth is looking
36.
increasingly big.
$42. 43.
Yeah, we know a lot about Xintong, but I'm still trying to figure out what it is that makes him so intimidating for any player in the game. And I've come up with something. Forget the shots that he actually plays. It's that he walks slowly and plays every shot so quickly. He looks like he's just ambling round the table. And then eventually when he gets there, it all happens so quickly. And that's, I think, what makes it so intimidating.
Well, the red stays out, and Shaun Murphy looks keen to get back to the table.
49.
Needing snookers, but maybe just for a little bit of table time. You're absolutely right, Alan. At 20 seconds average shot time, Zhao Xintong, he's deceivingly quick out there because of that pace around the table. So it's 3 snookers to tie currently for Shaun Murphy. That's with blacks. And that red staying out will surely spell the end in this frame.
One.
And chipping the pink safe for good measure. Shaun Murphy has seen enough inside in this match. He's 5-2 down in a race to 6. Looking for something, anything really, to spark back into action. It was a promising start to this game from the Magician. Breaks of 66 and 77 to go 2-1 up, but that missed red in the 4th is proving to be very, very costly now. Because the world champion, he's found his range. Another nonchalant long red there. He's just dropped down into the shot and floated that red in with ease.
Zhao Xintong. 1.
Yeah, it's an unexpected miss, just paying a little bit too much attention to the cluster now. Does Shaun have anything?
Well, here's the Miss Black a few moments ago. Just a little noise on the delivery of the black, not making excuses for him, but he might have walked himself into a spot of bother here.
Black
He's going to have to rely on that excellent potting of his to pull him out of trouble. It was a strange one, that, to drop the red along the top cushion, take the 1 and have to pot that black with the red being in baulk.
I think I can speak for both of us. It's never been a thing, that that red black, is it? Dear me. How's his yellow? It might be okay. It might even work out in his favour. Let's hope for Shaun's sake he doesn't make the mistake that Xintong did. Pay all attention to the cutback. Get the pot, let the cue ball take care of itself. What can he produce when he needs it most? Good shot. Terrific result.
Well, it was coming up to nearly an hour of live play that Shaun Murphy hadn't potted a ball for. Now we're going to see what he's really about here. He's created this opportunity for himself. He can't afford any more mistakes from here on out.
He left.
last red was a gorgeous shot considering his arm is ice cold. So that's a good sign.
And now a good opportunity to just tidy up the black spot. Remove this red to left corner and then he can really set about getting amongst them.
20.
Well, the second he struck that, I thought the black was in.
25.
It seemed to just drift north of the pocket.
It was almost the exact same as Chris Wakeland's last night. Almost the exact same shot. Halfway to the pocket, it drifted up to the far jaw. See, last night was in the afternoon, wasn't it? But no matter.
It's a strange one, really, because if it was going to go anywhere, you would fancy it to come down to the near jaw. Of course, the nap of the cloth runs from baulk to the black cushion. Anyway, that's history now. I suppose in some ways he'll be thankful that he didn't leave a red available for Zhao Xintong.
And he's left one. And it's a Xintong kind of long red, this. One that he would expect to pot. Not this time. What's the damage?
Well, that really is as good as it gets from Shaun Murphy. Awkward cueing over the top of the green. He's found one. Cleverly played as well. Cue ball to the top cushion. So already nicely in front in this frame. Desperately needs to convert this chance now.
60.
We've got to look at that camera. It doesn't look like the bottom red of the 4 is onto right corner, so I was surprised Shaun didn't play the glancing cannon a few shots ago. Yeah, it doesn't look on that, does it?
22.
But he's played that lovely. So, easy contact, and that will do lovely. Thank you very much. Good stuff, this.
Yeah, it was a great positional shot he played from the previous red to leave the perfect angle on the pink. Left it to last minute.
30.
Not always advised to do that, but Shaun confident enough in his own abilities. The key was he had to get that right, and he did.
$36. $37.
And mark my words, he'll be doing everything within his powers here to clear all the balls on this table, purely for table time.
$43. $44.
Well, it's been a good frame, really, from Shaun Murphy's perspective.
$8. $9.
Well, we mentioned earlier just how easily the bunch of reds can open on these conditions. Shaun going the 2-cushion route, and he's just played it with a little touch too much pace.
9. Zhao Xintong 5.
He looks baffled by that one. The harder you play that shot, the more the cue ball arcs off the object ball. The topspin just never seemed to take effect there. Didn't bite.
It was one of those in-offs that used to happen in pro-ams when you're a kid, isn't it? When you get a cue ball that's half the size of what it should be. Like a table tennis ball.
Oh, I miss Zhao Xintong 4.
Well, I can't ever remember a time of seeing a player miss a thin edge as consistently as Shaun Murphy has in this game. Of course, you'd sooner rather miss the ball completely than catch it too thick.
Yeah, and more trouble through a perfectly played relegation safety shot. Yeah, he's got to make a move. He's got to get the cue ball back up table. It's a plant. So risky. I'll give him a pass on that one. He was all out of options, quite honestly. But again, it was a good quality safety shot from Xintong, has created this chance.
Yeah, and it has been a theme, hasn't it, in this game for the world champion. We're sort of blinded by his brilliance at times, but it's the easy stuff that he's got incredibly right today that have created a lot of these openings. Those safety shots that look so bog standard, when you get them right, they can be so rewarding.
8. Fifteen. Sixteen. $23. 24.
That was a lovely shot as well. Prime position. Pick a spot now in this next black. Running out of straightforward reds to play on.
32.
But because his cue ball is closely under orders, if he gets nicely on this next black, then the cannon will pretty much end the match.
39.
If he plays it properly, which he should do. So this is the key shot.
$40.
And that is perfect.
And once again, they're just demonstrating what perfect control and touch he's got in
47.
amongst the balls. The power stun on the red to land parallel on the black. Perfectly played.
48.
And then a straightforward cannon played to absolute perfection as well. Just to open everything up.
55. 56. 63.
So this routine red is match ball.
64. $71. 76. 72.
Every part of his game looks to be in tip-top condition at the minute. Zhao
76.
Xintong, of course, we saw last night Judd Trump played
78.
particularly well. This boy is looking like a force to be reckoned with as well. Now, can he finish
85.
with a century break? A glance at that red down the top cushion. Does it pass the brown? Well, if it didn't,
86.
he's played on that brown and a chance to release it. Nicely played.
Ninety. 90.
Well, we've been treated to some
90.
great snooker this afternoon from Zhao Xintong. And this yellow for the century.
100.
A festival of scoring. A second century break in this quarter-final.
103.
Shaun Murphy with no answers through the mid part of this match. It was all one-way traffic.
$107.
And he's finishing off here how all great champions do.
$112. $180.
Well, he's going round the houses with the black, but it's not to be. A gorgeous break of 118.